Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show. I will have some announcements and a recap for you before we roll into tonight's episode. But before any of that, Nick, would you please take it away for some quick player introductions?
Sure. Hi, I'm Nick. I play Embers of White Ash, the Sun Soul Tabaxi monk.
Hi, I'm Kay. I play Lady Elwyn Amelos, who is the, I can do it this time, Elvish Arctic Circle Druid. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Melissa. I play Tuppence, who is a Court of the Sky Pixie Bard.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Vert, who is a Changeling Armor Artificer.
Hi, I'm Will. I play Hakan, the Halfling Cleric.
Thank you. So those announcements I mentioned, we stream our episodes, we premiere our episodes on YouTube every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items, as well as a custom pixie lineage, which Melissa is kindly playing. The character portraits, which you'll see all over the stat block, but in particular on the character info cards, were drawn by an artist named Krista Porter, who goes by @KristaPorter with 2 R's on the end on Twitter. If you need a refresher on anything in this campaign, we have a campaign wiki at World Anvil, and there's a page on there where I basically keep a journal of everything that has happened in a given season, and it is now up to date. I was behind, but it's up to date. So you can go in there and click on the story so far page and basically get caught up to date right away. You can also check the video description for links and information to everything I just mentioned and more. Sorry, I don't know what just happened with my voice there. And more, including some links to Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate resources. And finally, we just hope you enjoy the show, share with your friends, and come back to watch some more. Oh, and I skipped one. We're on Twitter at Antiheroes Anon. There we go. That's everything. Let's roll the intro video. And welcome back. Previously on Antiheroes Anonymous, a blizzard, this intense, unseasonable, wintry weather, forced the Silver Seekers to take refuge near a settlement called Twin Towns. At a bar, sort of outside of the towns, a cleric named Hakan Anvilheart helped them stave off bounty hunters looking for Prince Vertinor. But the larger problem was the strange, cold, undead monsters that were menacing the towns. A circle of flame around the church in the center of the valley acted as a trap to keep the creatures confined each night, but the Seekers accidentally set it off early when they arrived and investigated the church. Following the footprints they found at the site of the church back to the town Rimestrand, one of the aforementioned twin towns, Albrecht Coldlake, the new mayor of that town, ordered them, he didn't offer, them to aid in the town's defense. When Elwyn then demanded to see his mother, a situation that was already very tense turned sour, and they may have reached a boiling point. So I'm going to immediately drag you guys back over to the map of the Dwarven Stronghold you find yourselves in. I've grayed out some of the areas again, since you can't see them. You guys find yourselves basically in a long dining room where presumably dwarves kind of come in and out throughout the day, taking their meals here, during breaks from their jobs or whatever. You were brought here to have a discussion with Albrecht. Things have obviously gone poorly when Elwyn asked to speak to his mother, who you know is currently sitting in a, well, at least according to Murdoch, is currently sitting in a jail cell across the hallway, guarded by, I think he said, 2 strange hounds. There are a few other dwarves in the room. Each of them seem to be watching Albrecht for orders. And there is also the elephant in the room, which is the large, oversized wolf with this like snow white fur that has been keeping Albrecht company this entire time. So at the end of last episode, Elwyn demanded to see Albrecht's mother, and Albrecht basically stood up, put his hands down on the table and said, "I think that can be arranged." And then he turns to the wolf and says, "Zal, unconscious, not dead. And let's roll initiative." Oops. I need to restart the encounter because for some reason it auto-filled the numbers. Cool. There we go. How did Embers do?
20.
20. That's nice. Elwyn?
Also 20.
Beautiful. Tuppence?
Sorry, I got distracted. Tuppence is 14.
14. Vert?
9.
9. Nice to see that someone's not fast. And Hakan?
I got a 12.
12. Okay. Luckily, your opponents are all pretty slow. So the encounter builder has put Elwyn above Embers, which I think is incorrect. But do you guys care if we go with it just so I don't lose track of things?
I mean,
Right.
sure.
Okay.
I don't want to go first, but okay.
Well,
in
I'll
that
go first
case-
then if you don't want to go first.
In that case, just when we come back around, I'll just put Elwyn, back in her spot. But Embers, you can go first if you want.
For my action, I am going to spend 2 key points to do quickened healing because I came into this fight a little bruised up. So I get 4 HP back.
Sorry, not sorry.
Not at full, but not as bad as it was. And then since I spent a key point, I can go over and punch Albrecht once. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Oh, yeah. However, I will say as you punch at him, you
Mhm.
find that your fist collides first with a sort of magical layer of defense. There's this kind of shimmer as you punch him. It
Mhm.
seems like he does have some magical defense, but it's not enough to stop the force of your fist.
Nice. So that'll be 9 bludgeoning damage.
Well, all right. He recoils from that. Like you can see you've thrown his shoulder backward as you do that, but then he just kind of looks at you with a like a fierce growl.
Mhm.
Anything else for your turn?
No, I think Embers just sets herself there.
Okay. Then it is Elwyn.
Okay. Awesome. So there's a bunch of people in the room with us. Cool. I did not think about this at all. I did not expect to be going first. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to throw my hands up and I'm going to say, if you want to throw me in prison, Mr. Mayor, please go right ahead. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to stoop to your level.
Okay. Do you want to make some sort of charisma check? I'll let you pick. I would guess persuasion, but up to you.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. That's a 14.
Okay. He looks at you and then looks to the dwarven guards who are nearby and just gives them a nod.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll hold my hands out to them like ready to be manacled or something, like just smiling.
okay. Tuppence.
Okay, so Tuppence is going to look at Albrecht, who has been a real jerk
Sure
this whole
has.
time. And she's going to say, when your God put teeth in your mouth, he ruined a perfectly good asshole.
Tuppence is vicious.
Wow.
Is that he's got to make a save, right? That's a vicious
Yep.
mockery.
Yep, yep. And
What-
it is a wisdom save.
Okay.
To
14.
Meets the
Oh,
DC rats.
Okay, so he
Oh.
passes.
Rats.
Does he still gets damage, right? Or is vicious mockery?
No,
a
it's a
cantrip?
cantrip.
Oh, that's too bad. He looks totally unfazed by that.
Well, I feel better anyway.
He's just kind of, you can tell he's like single-mindedly focused on his anger at Elwyn at the moment. His wolf then hops up on the table in front of him and will bite out at, it hops up on the table. And as it does so, basically throughout the course of its leap, and by the time its paws hit the ground, you see these like spikes and barbs beginning to grow out of its skin and kind of begin to cover its body. And it just gets up on this table and it bares its teeth at Embers. And I will roll an attack. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. It's going to do the bite attack against you. So that's 18 to hit.
Ah, that's amazing.
Okay. I'm going to actually roll the damage. So that is 10 points of damage as it bites onto you.
Okay.
And it will sort of continue its movement forward a little bit so that it can get within reach of Tuppence, and it will make 2 claw attacks at her, I think.
Oh man.
I never get to attack Tuppence. So one of them is a 20 total, and the other one is a 13.
Muted.
Sorry, one hit, one miss.
1 hit, 1 miss. Okay. So a little bit less damaging. So it's only 6 points of slashing, slashing damage from the claw. Next on the initiative list are the dwarves. So this one here is going to come 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, they're dwarves, so actually that's all the speed he has. Basically comes up next to Elwyn and pulls like a set of manacles off his belt and begins to make as if to start manacling her. Is anyone else showing signs as if they're going to surrender, or is pretty much everyone like drawing weapons and stuff?
I'm about to talk on my turn, so I'm not drawing a weapon or surrendering. I'm trying to convince them of something.
Okay. In that case, this one, the sort of lieutenant of Albrecht's, who you've seen with the red beard, kind of comes up behind Hakan, drawing a scimitar as he comes, and will hold an action. Similarly, these other ones around the room basically reach into the folds of their robes. They're all wearing these big furs and things like that, and pull out these white wolf masks, which they don, and then their hands begin to light up with flame as every dwarf in here holds an action. Then it's Hakan.
Huh. I don't think we can necessarily take all these guys. This is pretty scary. I think a con would probably not take out his weapon, or he would hold back a little bit and just kind of wait for Rook to speak. He's not showing any type of like offensive or anything,
Okay.
so I'll probably just hold or wait for a reaction or something.
You can
In
help
that
me.
case,
I don't want to make things worse.
Oh no, help me like persuade them.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I think, yeah, I mean, you could use that as your action because your lack of offensive
Guidance.
stance at the moment would
I
convey
guess you have to
that.
touch him though for guidance.
Yeah, help is better.
Oh yeah, I can give you like guidance or something.
You'd have to, yeah, you'd have to get closer to him. But
Can I just like leap over the table?
I mean, you
and
can,
give Rook a
or
slap
you
on the
can.
back.
I'm saying you can give help from here by like not taking an offensive stance.
oh yeah, the help action.
Yeah.
Right.
What is the help action? It's just...
So it would give him advantage.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Albrich's turn comes around and he looks to the wolf and the dwarves in the room and says, Brotor, Zal, come get me when they're in the cells, one way or another. And he disengages and walks out the room.
Oh my god. Well, that doesn't help.
And you think you hear a click from the other side as it locks.
Okay, so he's not even there anymore. Oh, that sucks.
Cool. Then it is Vert's turn.
Well, my turn's ruined. Let's see. What do I do now?
Attack.
Yeah, I
Better
guess
roll
so.
better initiative.
Yeah, not much I can do about that. Let's see. Sure. I guess if he doesn't want to reason with us, then I probably will attack. So that's the next best option, I think. Yeah, so I guess I will. This is unfortunate. I'll probably just Thunder Gauntlet something. I can't do that. Yep, alright. So I guess I will take a lot of hits, I think. But that's okay. Alright, I'll walk over to the one, I guess that's next to Elwyn, and I'll punch him.
The one who's getting the manacles ready?
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
All right, as you're doing that, the ones that have their
Yeah.
hands lit with flames, which are this one here across the table from you, this one here at the corner of the table, and this one here at the other corner, are all going to throw flame. And then Brotor here is going to slash with the scimitar at Hakan. So I'll make those attacks really quick. So one will be against Tuppence, one will be against Rook, and one will be against Elwyn for the flames. Here comes Tuppence.
I
It's
literally
only a
am the one
7.
who surrendered. Why
I
are they
know.
attacking me?
Your friends are attacking though. It's only a 7 to hit Tuppence. Here comes Elwyn, a 13.
13's my armor class.
Okay, so that's one hit. And then who did I say for the
Bitch.
third one?
Rook.
Oh,
Rook, right.
Oh.
15, which I think is a
Miss.
miss. Yep. So
did you say
only
it's a
one
fire
hit.
attack?
Yes.
I can use absorb elements
Nice.
You
as
can.
a reaction. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So you would have taken 5 fire damage. You'll take 2 instead.
Right.
We can take these guys.
And then the one who slashes with the scimitar against Hakan gets, wow, okay, the one guy who rolls well, a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And he does 6 points of slashing damage with that scimitar.
All right. I'm going to use Wrath of the Storm for a reaction.
Okay.
He has to succeed on a Dex saving throw, 13 or higher.
That's a big failure. Yep.
Okay. He takes 7 lightning damage.
Yeah, you watch as the lightning leaps from you and just crackles over this guy's body. And he does not look happy with that. He winces in pain as he takes that damage.
And how much damage did he do to me? 6?
6, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then back to Vert's turn. Sorry, that all interrupted.
Yep. No, I was ready for that. All right, I guess I'm gonna do my attack now. Oh, that's pretty good. 16 plus is 22 to hit,
Yes, hits.
and that is that's really good. That's 10 thunder damage.
Is your intent to kill or knock this guy out?
Knockout.
Okay. He crumples to the ground unconscious after that.
Okay. Give him a big bonk on the head, and then for my bonus action, Sultan's gonna fly up to the ceiling and he's gonna fire his force bolt at let's just say this one to the right.
Okay.
And that is that's probably gonna hit. That's a 24 to hit.
That's also a hit.
Okay, and then he does. It's what 3 plus. I don't have his thing open. 3 plus something. I think it's like. Sorry, I didn't have it ready.
Well, I'll spoil it.
yeah.
All of these regular-looking guys are minions. So,
Okay.
does Sultan kill or
Nope,
is
nope.
Sultan knocking out? Okay.
All my damage is gonna be non-lethal. So.
Okay. So there's 2 guys now knocked out unconscious on the floor.
Okay.
Cool. And then is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Sorry.
Then we're back to Elwyn.
Great. I have a very important question.
Sure.
This wolf you told me last time was not quite natural.
Right.
Do I get the sense that there's like what type of or what manner of creature is it still considered a beast, or would it be like fey or something like that?
I recall you rolled a pretty good nature check. I think you did. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. It's you don't think it's a beast, but it is. You don't know what it is.
If it's an aberration, a celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead in that
It
genre,
could be. You don't know.
that would be helpful. Is there anything I can do to figure that out in the moment, or?
It would probably take an action, I think. And it'd be like an
Okay.
Arcana check, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so I will use my bonus action. And I will cast Healing Word on Embers. Because she's looking pretty dicey.
Sure is.
Just as at a first level. For now. My D4s are in my other bag. Wita. Okay, well that missed the tower. Hold on. Same number. So you get 5 HP back because I rolled a freaking 1. Apologies.
Worse.
Could be worse. At least it's something. And then I'll use my action to make a check to see if I can determine the nature of this wolf.
Okay. Go ahead and make that check.
You said it's Arcana or
Or
nature?
I would give you nature at disadvantage or Arcana straight roll.
And then I'll just do Arcana straight roll. Oh, that's pretty good. That's an 18.
18. Okay. Hold on a second. Based on what you know that it's not a beast, so it's definitely something magical. You don't think it's too real to be a construct. There's no draconic qualities to it, so probably not a dragon. It could be fey, it could be a fiend, it could be a monstrosity. Probably it doesn't seem undead to you at all. There's nothing particularly undead about it that you can see. Let's see. I mean, it could be a celestial, but it'd be a weird celestial.
It's probably not a news.
Definitely
That's
not an
probably not
ooze.
an ooze.
Uh-huh. Also, probably not a plant.
Not a news is good news.
Okay. Okay, I'll take it. And then, yeah, if we have the two dwarves on our side of the room are gone.
They're snoozing.
Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna just start heading back this way. Backing up a little bit. All
Get
right.
far away from the wolf.
Yeah, heading. Well, they Murdoch said the door to the prison was over here, right?
Oh, it's these ones over here.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
these. Okay. Well, okay. So I'm just
The entrances to this room, I guess I can point them out to you, are here and here.
okay.
All
right, good to
This
know.
one over here is the one that Albrecht went through.
Okay, in that case, I don't want to go that way. I think I'll just back up maybe to here for now. Call it good.
Okay. Embers.
Okay. I think I'm gonna spend a key point, do 3 attacks against Zal. If I can get anything good here. These are pretty good attacks. Lowest one's at 21 to hit.
Yeah, all of those will hit.
Nice. And I will deal. Ooh, pretty good. 23 bludgeoning damage overall.
Okay. You furiously punch into this wolf. And like I'm not saying that it has no effect, but it's like this thing is tough. Like when you punch it doesn't have the physicality of like a normal wolf. When you punch it, it's harder, it's stronger. Yeah, you think it's resisting the damage from your punches.
Well, I got something I can do about that, but not this turn.
Okay, anything else from Embers?
Nope.
I'm just trying to make sure it's barbed. Yeah, okay, so it's barbed hide. It does not affect it when you attack, so you're good there. Tuppence.
Tuppence is gonna look at the wolf and think you're one weird creature. And she's going to get out her pen flute and cast Dispel Magic on it.
Spell magic. Interesting.
Also, I can't see Tuppence on the map.
I'm right above the wolf.
I think is probably a you problem. You might just have to
reload.
reload.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a you problem, Zach. That was weird wording. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Dispel magic. I have to think for a second about how that affects this thing.
Well, it says choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Hold on. Just gonna Google something real quick.
Yay!
Are wolves magical? Tell us, Google.
I mean, this wolf is clearly magical.
It's not often used. Stump the DM.
Okay.
So, is a horse an animal or a vehicle?
I hate to say it, but it doesn't seem like that has any effect on this creature.
Aw.
And wasted a good spell.
When you guys know what's going on, we can debate it and you can get mad at me later.
All right, I need more calf. Okay, so then Tuppence will fly. I think on the other back on the other side of Embers.
It will
Wow.
swipe a claw at you as you go. But it's a miss with only a 8 to hit.
Okay.
Then it is this creature's turn. And it's going to continue with the targets that it has, I think. It kind of goes around to the corner of the table and positions itself because it's a big creature. It is like, I mean, it's not 10 feet tall, but it's like, almost as tall as Embers, despite being like a wolf. And so it is going to reach up and swipe at Tuppence twice and then make the bite against Embers again. The bite against Embers is a big miss at a 9 to hit, and then the 2 against Tuppence are much better. 23 and a 17.
2 hits. Pooh.
Okay. You know what? I am just going to start taking average damage instead of rolling. So that's 12 slashing damage total.
Uh-oh.
And it kind of, after it does that, it turns to the rest of you and just growls across the room at you. Then it is Yon Cultist's turn. With their creepy wolf masks still donned. This one at the corner of the table is going to run over to aid Brotor, the ginger-bearded dwarf. And then this one across the table is going to throw fire at Soltem. So the fire against Soltem is a 15 to hit.
Let me look at his stats. To hit.
Then Soltem will take, wow, I didn't expect to hit with this fire. Their bonus with the fire is not good. That's not the right stat block. There we go. 2 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay.
And then the ones who will make scimitar attacks against Hakan. One, 2 natural ones. 2 natural ones.
Nice.
Hakan, what does it look like when both of these two like come at you with scimitars and both miss?
I think Hakan would just be standing there like ready, and then they just both just like right next to me, and I'll just like look at both of them. Like, what the heck are you guys doing? I wanted you guys to hit me.
Bardrin in your head goes, I know I'm supposed to support dwarves and, want the best for them, but these two kind of suck.
Yeah, these guys suck. I was going to use a level 3 spell on them. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore.
I think that's all the attacks for them, right? Yeah. Then it's Hakan's turn.
Okay, I think he'll just chuckle a little bit. And then I will attack Brotor with inflict wounds.
Nice.
So I get a +5. I got an 8, which is probably bad, but I have inspiration.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I got a 19.
A 19 hits. You can see that Brotor is slightly better armored than the rest of the people here, but that still gets through.
Sweet. And I'll do it at, I'll do it at 2nd level. So that is 40-10.
Oh my
Yikes.
god, that's so much damage.
That's good. 11, 18, 25.
Oh my gosh. You can see that Brotor is having a very rough time as you reach out and there's a little crackle of lightning as or like dark lightning as the necrotic power is channeled through you. And you can just see his life force drain and like wounds erupt on his body. Yeah, he does not look good anymore.
Sweet.
Anything else from Hakan?
I think he'll just laugh again.
Okay.
Just for sucking.
Free action laugh.
Yeah.
Hallbrick outside the room does something. Cool. Vert, your turn.
All right. Well, we're going to move up to Zal, and while I'm running up there to help Embers and Tuppence, I will fire Magic Missile, and I will target each of the little minion dwarves with 1, and then Brotor with the last one.
Both of them are thrown back against the walls with the magical force and slump against them unconscious.
Thank you very much for doing that.
You're welcome. And that's 5 damage to Brotor.
Did you roll to hit? I missed it.
Magic
You
missile
don't do that with
automatic.
Oh, magic
hits.
missile. You're right. Duh. I love magic missile.
I got a critical hit actually. I didn't tell you.
Brotor is also thrown against the wall
awesome.
unconscious.
All right. Sweet.
That was a great spell.
Nice.
That was really good.
Wow.
And
That was well done.
Yes. Trophies for me. And Sultem will, let's see. Yeah, I think Sultem's also just going to fire a magic bolt at Zal now.
Okay.
That is, that's pretty good. That is a 19 to hit.
Well, that hits.
And it is, this is force damage, by the
It's
way.
definitely magical.
That is, oh, minimum damage though. It's only 3, but it's force instead of piercing or
That
anything.
cuts through this creature's defenses, though. You can see that gets in and it draws blood, and the blood is like black.
Oh
Yeah.
my. I'm gonna reposition a little bit. I'm gonna go here instead, but that is it for my turn. I
Okay.
think I will also free action laugh too, actually.
Good. Elwyn.
You don't want to reposition. You didn't want to do that. Change
Do you
your
want me
mind.
to go back? All right. I really didn't
It's
want
Elwyn's
to.
turn now,
It's-
though.
I know. Like you did it, and there's no way for me to tell you not to do it. But fuck, because now there's no.
Because now
clear
he's
shot.
getting ice knifed.
No, well, no, I'm not gonna do that again. No, I had a clear shot to get him with my spell that I haven't gotten to use yet, and now I can't
Oh, the
unless I
frost
get right
fingers
up on
one.
him. Yeah.
What?
So cool.
Oh, okay.
It's a 15-foot cone, and you blocked my
Oh, sorry.
my line that I was gonna get. That's fine. I'll just sit back here and do nothing the whole fight, like I do. Yeah. All right.
We're just
Everything
your
I was gonna
minions.
do. Everything I was gonna do got. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, you took out all those dudes. So I guess I'll just do frostbite. Nice little cantrip. Con save.
Can I give my
Fine, so-
inspiration to Tuppence?
Oh, yeah.
I-
You needed
I
to
for-
pass that on.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna do. I forgot to tell you.
The con save is a failure.
Is it?
I think
Great.
so. Actually, is your DC 12?
It's higher than that. It's
Then it is a
15.
failure.
Yeah. Okay, so you take
This
some
creature has a
cold
higher
damage.
con than I thought.
You take 4 cold damage, a whopping 4, but it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Cool.
I'm grateful for that because I'm about to trigger a weapon attack roll.
Yeah. And that was cantrip, and I guess I could throw out some more healing if anyone needs it over there.
Please.
Yeah, Tuppence is
Oh,
looking pretty
Tuppence
rough.
isn't updating her health on roll 20. I was like, you're fine.
She's updating it on D&D
Yeah, yeah.
Beyond, so
So
I can
I
see
can't-
it. She's not looking good.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to be doing my own. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll go ahead and do healing word at a 2nd level on Tuppence
Sounds good.
while I'm
sounds
at
good.
it. So that's 2d4. That's not a d4. There we go. Much better than last time. So that is 10.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whew, I feel better.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay. Pretty good turn. Then it is Embers.
All right, Embers is gonna walk back, provoking an OA at disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh, is Albert back? When did Albert get back?
Did I move Albert back? He's not supposed to be back.
Does everybody see that, or do I just see that?
It's just you, I think.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
I'm
see it.
sorry.
I
Roll
see it.
20 being
This is,
glitchy. today.
It just showed up on my map.
haunted map.
Like, what is he doing here?
Anyways, at disadvantage, that's a big miss.
Okay.
Kind of reeling from the cold a little bit. The movements are sluggish and the claw rakes through air.
Great. Then I'm gonna spend my last key point to toss 3 3 radiant sunbolts.
Oh yeah, and as long as it's not resistant to radiant, this should do the trick.
The lowest roll was a 25.
My goodness, Embers is on fire today. Yeah, those all hit.
Okay. So let's see, a deal. 22 radiant damage.
And it looks like this time that all goes through. And Zal snarls at you again.
I think I'm gonna move further away after that happens, so that it has to come and provoke OAs if it wants to chase me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can go here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it is Tuppence's turn.
Hmm.
Assuming there's nothing more for Embers.
Yeah, that's it for me.
I have something silly.
I
Go
like silly.
on.
Okay, I can't see Zal's health bar.
You shouldn't be able to.
Oh, okay. So he's got blood on him, but I don't know how damaged he is. I was thinking, since my stuff isn't working and I'm really close to him, I'm going to throw pixie dust on him
Okay.
so he floats up and can't do anything for a while.
Okay. We can give that a try. How to, because pixie dust really just gives the creature the ability to fly, but Zal might not understand what's going on. So instead of you rolling something, I think I'm going to roll an intelligence check
Okay.
for Zal. I think he probably only needs like a 12. And I rolled a 14. So he figures out what's going on.
And now we've got a flying wolf.
Yep. With the fly speed of what, 30, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, rats, I thought it would just make him hover and not be able to like.
Yeah, if it were like the levitate spell or something like that, you could do that, but it gives him a fly speed. So it's a little different.
Okay.
It was a good try though.
So that happens. Okay, but as a bonus action, I'm going to cast. I think we just had a long rest, right? Let me check.
Oh, yeah, pretty recently. You rested in.
Yeah, this is our first. This is certainly our first fight since the last rest.
Okay, so since I did that kind of boo-boo, I'll cast Mantle of Inspiration, and you can all get 5 temp HP.
Nice.
And then you can move up to your speed without provoking an OA. Anybody that wants to move.
Is that a reaction or is it just a thing that happens?
That's a good question. I think it is a reaction.
Then I'm not going to move because I need my reaction in case he chases Embers.
Mantle of Inspiration.
Sorry,
It
was
just
that
says
our
you
max
can
HP is
immediately
risen
move it.
by 5? Is that what it was?
5 temp.
5 temp HP. Okay.
Immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
But it says you can. I don't think you have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. So up to all of you. Anything else from Tuppence?
All right, so he's up in the air and I'm
Does that
up in the air.
does that movement apply to Tuppence too? Because she could use it to get out of there.
Well, no, because it's for creatures and I'm doing it on you all.
Okay.
So I'm not going to include myself.
You don't get the effect of your own thing.
I don't
not
think
this
so.
time. I don't think
Okay.
so. No. So
Though I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
he's flying and I'm flying, so it doesn't really matter. But I am going to move down here.
Okay, and it's used its reaction, so it can't claw at you. So that's good. Okay, then it is the big bad wolf's turn, and it is going to position itself around the other side of Rook. And I guess
He's way up
Rook
high,
is the
though.
one right next to it. So, yep, we'll
But
just
he's-
do
but
Rook all
he's-
3 attacks.
Okay.
Can you reach him though? Because he's high up.
He
He's
can fly.
flying.
He can do
Well, he
whatever
figured
wants.
out he can, he figured it out. He passed the intelligence check, so he can maneuver how he wants to.
Rats. Well, that was an experiment that failed.
A lower intelligence, and it might have worked though. That's what I'll say. So the bite, which is the bad one, is unfortunately a 24.
That hits.
The first claw is an 11, so that's a miss.
Miss.
And the second claw is even worse. It's only a 10. Zal can't roll to save his life. However, from the bite, you do take 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Come on, Zal. All cultists are out, so it is the con.
Someone used radiant damage, right?
Yeah, and resisted.
Was he resistant to it?
No, it pierced right through.
Okay.
Mhm.
And everyone seems okay on health, so I'm gonna use guiding bolt.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good. Nice.
Get +5 to hit. Got a 22.
That's a hit. Big hit.
All right, and it's 46 radiant damage. Ooh, that's not good. 7. That's good. +14. 21.
Ouch. Okay. Zal looks is starting to look pretty bad. That radiant damage like sears against the side of his flank, and it leaves like a big seared wound across him.
Okay.
And that also gives advantage to the next attack against him, right?
I'm ready for it.
Yes.
Okay. Good thing you're ready for it, Vert, because you are next.
Oh yeah. Were you gonna move or anything?
No, I think I'm okay.
Yep. I'm gonna use my Thunder Gauntlet again. Charge it up and give him a punch. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
That advantage.
That is with advantage. The other one was
Okay.
a natural 1. So very good.
Thank you, Hakan.
Thank you, Hakan. That is pretty good. That's 10 thunder damage.
10 thunder damage. Give me just a second.
So I'm just, oh my god, things are just zooming by. What is even happening?
I saw that too.
Things are zooming by.
Yeah.
Who knows what's happening? I'm
don't know what's
moving a
happening.
few things. I didn't think that would zoom by your vision.
Zoomed right by.
Zoom. Sorry about that.
Swap map.
Okay. 10 thunder, you said.
I say.
Sorry about the zooming. That damage also seems to go through just
Okay.
fine.
And then Sultan's going to use his to also attack. Let me check his range. Okay, 30 feet. So what is... Okay, cool. So he's going to position... we're all pretty... he'll just stay there. That's fine. And then Soul's attack is... Oh, natural 1 again. Nope, miss. Pshoo.
Okay. There we go. In that case, next up is Elwyn.
Get home, Elwyn.
Okay, now I can do the thing I wanted to
Now
do.
you can do the thing.
Now I can do the thing. People got out of the way. So I'm going to come. I think I can make it. Yeah, I can make it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to raise my staff for the first time, conjure up a big flurry of ice crystals, and send my what's it called? Frost fingers.
Frost fingers. Okay.
So it's another
Um,
con save.
He's pretty good at these. That's going to pass at a 23.
Well, he still takes half damage, so bite me.
I think he will, probably.
Yeah, so that's 8 halves of 4.
Okay. the frost kind of like whips over this creature, and you can see it like buckles down, and it's well adapted to cold environments, and it seems like it weathers that just fine.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Uh,
So question about that.
Mhm.
So that's technically a first level spell, but I can cast it at will. So does it
Yes.
count as a first level spell though still? So
It doesn't
like
use
if I
your
had a,
spell slots, no.
but I mean, my
Oh.
point is if I had a bonus action that was,
Yes, you still can only cast a cantrip.
okay.
That's what you're. Am I misunderstanding?
That's my question. Your answer was confusing, but basically it doesn't count as a cantrip for the purposes of casting 2 spells in one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Great. So that's literally all I can do.
Embers of white ash.
Gonna move across from the table and like stamp her feet a couple times and then toss a couple more radiant bolts.
Someone please miss Zol, because so far none of you have done that.
I think I'm about to miss with both of these. I've been rolling excellently so far, and then I just rolled a 12 and a 9.
You did miss with both of them. One of them goes sailing over Zol as Zol kind of ducks out of the way,
Mhm.
and the other one glances off one of these wicked-looking barbs and spikes on the creature's back.
Okay.
Whew. Survived. Tuppence.
Well, the things I have won't do a lot of damage to him. Let's see if let's see if, since he's so let's see, smart, let's see if what Dissonant Whispers does.
Dissonant Whispers. Okay. Is that a wisdom save?
Mhm.
It's a very good roll. Yes, so 20 total. I'm sorry, I feel bad for Tuppence. Like everyone else has been wailing on this creature, but you've had a lot of good plans, and unfortunately, none of them have worked.
Hey, I think I'll go stand in a corner.
Is there still half damage with Dissonant Whispers? I think there might be.
It is okay. All right, 3d6. Well, that's something anyway. T- 10, half to 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then you're gonna go stand in a corner, you said? Okay. We have come around to Zol's turn again. Let's see. Embers and Tuppence aren't looking too good. Zol is going to take the bite attack from, or not the bite attack, the attack of opportunity from Rook, and fly to Tuppence, and then make a bite attack.
Okay.
Which is only a 12, so I think that misses.
Yep,
And then Tuppence, do you have a melee weapon?
I do.
Okay, well, you can make a melee attack if you want as a reaction, as Zol then flies over to Embers and will make the 2 claw attacks.
I got a 25 on my hit.
Okay. Oops.
Okay, 16. Ooh.
I'm just waiting for damage.
Oh,
and then
10
also-
damage.
Okay. And that's thunder, right?
Yep.
Yikes. And then from Tuppence, did you roll the hit?
Tuppence. Yep, it's a dirty 20,
That hits.
and it's just a dagger, so it's not magical. So it is, let's see, 5 piercing.
Okay. Have down to 2. And then the 2 attacks against Embers are a 20 and a
Mhm.
17.
The 20 hits.
Okay. Well, that's 6 points of slashing damage. And then Zal howls, just lets out a "Ow!"
Mhm.
which echoes throughout the room. No effect just yet. But then it is immediately after someone else's turn. And on that signal, the doors are opened and more dwarves come rushing in.
Bunch of dwarves.
Jesus.
Actually, this one is not going to stand next to Tuppence.
And
Hmm.
Still no sign of Albrecht, though. And let's see. I'm going to make, how many dwarves do I have to work with here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to make, and there are 5 of you, so I'm going to make 2 attacks. Oh boy, how do I want to divvy this up? Hakan is going to get 2 scimitars. And then I think Tuppence will get 2 of the fire bolts. Rook will get 2 fire bolts, and Elwyn will get 2 fire bolts.
one of
Embers,
those-
it
one
looks
of
like,
those- yeah.
yep.
I was gonna say one of those firebolts against Tuppence looks like it's a disadvantage.
Well, not if it's like one of these other guys over here or something. It doesn't have to be this guy who's next to her.
Well, the
I
guy that's
guess.
next to her would get disadvantage on whatever ranged attack.
That's true.
he
That's
uses.
true. So I'll make one of the ones at Elwyn at disadvantage. We'll say that guy's firing across at Elwyn. Okay, so the 2 scimitars against Hakan are both horrible misses. I rolled a
Another
4 and a 2 on
What's
dice.
going on, guys?
Just laugh at him.
The one at disadvantage against Elwyn is a 12 total.
That's the big miss.
Then the one that's not at disadvantage against Elwyn is another 12.
Miss.
These guys are useless. The 2 against Rook. Natural 20 and a 15.
The how much
20
damage is it?
hits.
Yep.
I haven't rolled it yet. Just trying to figure out who I hit first. Who haven't I rolled against yet? Tuppence. I haven't made attacks against Tuppence yet. Here's the 2 firebolts against Tuppence. Another natural 20 and a 17.
Oh,
Both hit.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so there's 1 natural 20 against Rook, and then 1 natural 20 against Tuppence, and then 1 regular hit against Tuppence. And that's it for all these guys.
Of
Um,
course. It's Tuppence's spite. Woo!
Okay, so this is natural 20, so double the dice. Tuppence, that's 15 points of fire damage on the
no.
natural 20.
And
And on the regular hit, it's 2 points of fire damage.
I think I'm still alive. Yep, I have 2 hit
Hanging in
points.
there.
Oh my
gosh.
Tuppence.
Against Rook, the natural 20 is, let's see, 11 points of fire damage.
Ouch. That hurts.
Okay, that is their turn. Next, it's Hakan.
Does Thunderwave hit friendlies?
It does.
Oh god.
But I don't think, unless you want to hit Zal, I mean, you could take out like 3 guys with it.
If you scoot down,
Yeah.
you should be okay. Right?
If I like scoot over one,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
15
yeah.
I
foot.
think if you go like here, right? 2, 3. Yeah, that would hit everything you want. All 4 dwarves and Zal.
Or
Yeah.
even if you went here, you'd only take 1 OA and you could get everything, I think.
Let's see.
Two always, because he's within Zol's threat range right now too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What if I go here? That still hit embers
And tuppence.
and tuppet. So
No, it wouldn't. You can't hit both embers and tuppence.
If you
with
just did it
Thunderwave.
where you
Yeah.
were,
It's not a radiant out from you. Thunderwave is is like a box
oh, that
hitting
you.
on you.
Uh,
So you
So
find
you
like
could just put it down like right on this guy's square, the corner right there, and catch those three without hitting any of your friends.
okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that then.
Okay. Right. Let's roll some saves.
well, if they're minions, they're gonna take half damage anyways, right?
That's true. And it's only at this moment that I've remembered that minions don't normally take damage when they succeed on something, but I forgot that for the other guys. So we'll just,
sorry.
no, it's my bad. I
didn't
forgot my
realize
own
that.
rules. So we'll just say, we'll continue with the rules I've been using and they are knocked out.
Okay.
Okay.
They're just kind of thrown back out of the room. With like, and it also damages some of the stonework in the walls here. There's this big boom of thunder and they just get blown back.
Okay. And is Saul still like, is he flying at all? Is he using his levitation or is he
Not
just
at the
running
moment. I think
around?
Zal probably would have landed on the table.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get in front of him and tuppence as best as I can.
Okay.
Saul was in range of that too, though, right?
No, because the cube would have been, I'll draw a shape.
Pointing downwards, right?
Would have been like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
I mean, if you can
I
think
thought
of
you
a
were gonna
way that
center
you,
it at the.
Yeah, what if it was like where Hakan is standing right there? Would that still hit embers?
go back to where you were.
I was there originally.
Okay, so, and
could
if
have
you,
gotten Zal in it.
Yeah.
And two of the guys.
why can't I move this red box?
It's very tiny.
I can only move dwarves. Oh my gosh.
Try
Roll 20.
zooming
Why
in.
you do?
Try zooming in to grab it.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you could have gotten, oh my gosh. Now I've got Zal too somehow. How is this happening? Yeah, you could have gotten two of the dwarves, and Zal if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd like to hit Saul.
Okay,
Seeing
and
how
this
he's almost dying.
this dwarf would still be alive.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. And then I'll make that save for Zal. What kind of save is it? Is it con?
Yes.
Cool. Plus that for a 16.
Okay. He saves. And he takes 6 damage. Or well, 3.
Yeah, if it was 6, then half down to 3.
Yeah.
Zal remains standing. Those two dwarves, like I said, get kind of blown back against the wall. But one dwarf did not get caught up in your thunder wave.
Move there so I don't get opportunity attacked.
Cool. Good turn. Anything else for Hakan?
No, I think he's good. He did his best.
Albert Cold Lake. He could do something, but his minions are, they're doing their thing. Vert.
Yep. Okay. Oh, hey Charles. I'm going to. Well, none of the dwarves are in melee with me.
Actually, hold on.
Okay.
Zal did howl. So Albrecht will return to the room via this door here. And on his turn, he surveys the room. And how is everyone looking? I know Tuppence is rough.
This is doing okay, surprisingly.
Doing great.
Half HP, so I'm all right.
Yeah, Khan's just chilling.
Okay. He sees a bunch of his people knocked out. And he sees a couple of you pretty injured. And the rest of you looking pretty okay. And he will come into the room. Let's see, what's he got? That could be cool. I need to open this link. Let's see.
Nation is literally killing me.
Yeah, this will be cool. This will be very cool. He walks into the room, basically sees a group of you who are quite injured. And right next to Tuppence, let me make sure actually he can do this at a distance. Range 90 feet, sweet, he can. Right next to Tuppence, shadow begins to swirl. And a creature flying, I think it can fly. Gosh darn it. Stat blocks I didn't expect to have to use. No, it actually cannot fly, so we won't summon it next to Tuppence. He will summon it next to oh my gosh. Sorry. Yes, he will summon it next to Tuppence. Shadow, I'm sorry for the whiplash, guys. Shadows begin to swirl, and this hound-like creature made of shadow forms itself next to Tuppence, and he shouts to the room, "All right, that's enough of this. The group of you are either going in the cell or your friend is getting seriously hurt." And this shadow hound just kind of growls angrily next to Tuppence. Then it is Vert's turn.
Okay. I think if he's aiming at Tuppence, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Tuppence.
Okay.
So Tuppence, this will last as long as you don't attack or use a harmful spell. And it'll give everybody a wisdom, or they have to make a wisdom save to attack you.
As you cast
I
that
mean, none of
spell,
my attacks have been hitting anyway.
as you cast that spell, the shadow hound lets out a horrible scream. It's this ear-piercing screech. And each creature within 30 feet of it has to make a wisdom saving throw. So even the dwarves. Yep.
Okay. You also have inspiration still, by the way.
Yep, I do.
Failure.
Sweet.
Good wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna have to use it, I think. Well, let's see.
What is the spell save on this?
Does it hit Albrecht too?
No, does not.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a really big range.
Well, he's technically in the range, but it doesn't affect him.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty much all of the dwarves are affected by this. How did everyone else do for their wisdom saves?
Bad.
17.
22.
So 22, 17,
I got a 9.
9, 8,
13.
13. Is Sultan within range?
Oh, is he?
I don't know. Is he? That's what I was asking.
Let
Looks
me see.
like
You
it.
said 30?
Yep.
Yep, he's just in range. Okay, I didn't think about that. Sultan got a 19 plus something. Plus 0, so 19.
Okay. Anyone who got under a 15 is frightened for 1 minute, and you can make the save again at the end of your turns. So all these dwarves, every single one. Then it was Vert's turn that triggered that. Was there anything else on your turn, Vert?
Yes. I will then once again approach Zal. And Sultan will, I guess, fire another bolt at Zal as well. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 4 force damage.
Zal is still standing.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Elwyn.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. So if I stand like, oh God, what was I doing? Right. What was it? Okay, let me get my ruler out. If I stand like right here, can I get all of these guys in a 15-foot cone?
If you're standing in this square,
Yeah.
depending on how you angle it, I mean, you
If
could
I'm
get.
like angling it like this, does it
No,
work
I don't.
that way?
Basically, you take.
Or would it start from here?
Starting from you, you do 1 square, and then out from that, you do 2 squares in a row, and then 3 squares in a row. That's how you do it.
So it's like sideways. So I'd have to do it like from here to get these guys.
Uh,
I angle it like this way. No, I'm sorry. This cone thing is new to me. I never had
Yeah,
cones when I
cones are
played
kind of
Harmony.
tough. Cones are kind of tough.
weird.
So if you, let's see, if you stood
1 square, 2 squares.
in that
3
square that I just
squares.
marked, you could do 1, 2, 3. Whoops, that should, you can't see that third one.
I can't see that third one.
Or you could do,
Just trying to maximize the number of things I can take out with this thing.
yeah. I should be better at cones considering that I
Wait,
do them
so-
all the time with Stove.
I can make it here. So I could do
That would work. Yeah. that would
1
work.
and then these 2 in that row and then 3 in this row, right?
Yes, you could do that.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that. Meow.
Stand on the piano and blast them.
Basically just dash across the room and let out another blast of icy, frosty fingers. Frosty goodness.
The minions, they drop to the ground, freezing
Yep.
cold. I will
Yep.
make that save for Albric. He succeeds with a 16 on the dice plus some stuff.
Of course he does, but he still takes half damage.
He's going to take half damage.
Yeah, he's gonna suck my dick.
Before the end of this, he might.
Yep, 11. So you can
Half
have
to
that
5,
as-
half to 2.
Yep.
Even 2 damage is, if we're lucky, going to trigger a concentration save.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
maybe.
Let me see. It will. It's Constitution. It's a pass.
Ah,
Roll the 14 on the dice.
All right. And that minion next to him is gone now too, right?
Yes, it is. Good call.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. And I will just shout at Tuppence, like, Tuppy, if you got anything left in you, you heal yourself and you get out of there.
Cool.
Hey, thanks. Lady
Embers.
E.
Okay. Let me see something. I don't think I can see the Dark Hound from where I am because this is a big thing in the way.
Yeah, Zal is probably in your way.
Yeah. Which is good for me because I think I'm gonna move like back here, provoking an OA.
Yep, Zal will take a
Zal.
little swipe at you. That's a miss. It's a big miss.
Okay.
Come on, Zal.
Poor
Do better.
Zal.
All right, so I'm gonna do 2 non-disadvantage radiant bolt throws at Zal because I can't see the thing I'm afraid of. This is gonna, I mean, you did mess up the plan I originally had, which was I was gonna go to the other side of Zal and try and hit Albrecht a couple times, but I can't get closer to Albrecht. Does a 15 hit?
A 15
all?
just hits.
Okay, then both of these hit.
Come on.
For 15 radiant damage.
That is just what you needed. Is this attempted to be lethal?
Frankly, yes.
Frankly, yes. Okay. There is so I mean, tell me what your bolts look like, and then I'll tell you what the
Yeah.
effect is.
I think Ember's like flips backwards off the table and just like shoots a couple bolts that's like in the air and lands on her feet.
Okay. Those bolts go streaking out from you as you're performing this feat of acrobatics. Both of them strike true, hitting Zal. Basically, as Zal is like reaching with a claw to swipe at you for that attack of opportunity. Both of the bolts connect, and it starts burning like this. You can see like from the inside out, the light basically begins to expand within the creature and like burn outward as like the fur catches on fire. And when the fur begins to burn away from the radiance, there is just darkness, like pure shadow writhing underneath. And there is basically like a burst of flame, and then all that is left is the shadow form, and it just begins to dissolve onto the table there into this like black goo that just begins to like seep through the boards of the table and drip onto the floor. And Zal is just gone. Like it is basically a pile of black goo now.
Nice.
And Albrecht goes, "No!" Yeah.
It's the end of my
Elwyn's turn to take a free action and laugh.
End of my turn.
Tuppence.
Tuppence is pretty pissed right now, understandably,
Mm-hmm.
but she's going to cast Healing Word on herself at 2nd level. 86.
And then as a bonus action, she's going to do enthralling performance.
Well, Healing Word was a bonus action.
Yes.
Oh, healing word is a bonus action.
And I think enthralling performance also takes like an hour, doesn't it? Am
I think we have
wrong?
time.
I could be
No,
wrong.
it
Just
says
time.
1 minute. One
Oh,
minute.
1 minute. Yeah. So that's still longer than you have in this.
That still
Okay.
feels like an hour in combat.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Well, crud. Okay. Then, okay, healing word. I have as a spell. Why is healing word a bonus action?
It's a bonus action spell.
The
Yeah.
spell that takes a bonus action to cast rather
Yep.
than an action.
Okay.
So with your action, you could do a cantrip if you wanted.
Okay.
Or you could take the dodge action and get out of there without provoking an opportunity attack.
Yeah, because
Well, that'd be disengage.
Yeah.
Disengage, but yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
Mhm,
that's what I meant. Disengage.
I was gonna.
Dodge. Might be better,
Dodge.
though.
Provokes
Actually,
disadvantage on.
then I think
attacks, right? Yeah.
instead of casting healing word, I think I'll go invisible and then move, because then I can move without an OA and then heal myself next turn.
No, that's pretty,
Sure.
Uh,
a good call.
so I'll go invisible and I'll go way over here. No, can't move that far. Let's see, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There.
Okay. That's a good move. And Tuppence just disappears.
Cool.
Sweet.
Cool. Zal is out of the initiative. Are there any of the minions left? There are a few.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Boop. Boop. And boop.
Oh no.
So 2 of them are going to make scimitar attacks against Elwyn, and 1 will make a scimitar attack against Hakan, but we know how this goes.
Hit me, please.
So
Come on.
here's the Elwyn ones. Of course, I will hit Elwyn with a 17 and a 23,
Yep, they both
of
hit.
course. And then Hakan, I might still hit with a 17.
That hits.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
all
he did
3
it.
hits. So
All right, everyone surrender.
Elwyn
Yeah.
takes 10 points of damage. Hakan takes 5.
Okay, and I'm gonna use Wrath of Storm and just blast him.
Yep. Goes flying back and is unconscious.
Oh my god.
Even when they win, they lose.
Yep.
That's why I wanted them to hit me. It's like just kill him.
I'm such a
Uh,
badass.
cool. Then it's Hakan's turn.
Let's see. Let's update my health real quick. Wait, no, it takes away from the temp health, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I have advantage being against being frightened. So if I just like try to run up to this dog,
So you would have had advantage on your saving throw against it if you
oh,
want to re-roll that.
But yeah,
Sure.
can we do that at the end of our turns?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, cool.
yeah, I'm gonna use my advantage then. Okay, I got nat 20.
Okay, then yeah, you would not have been frightened by the dog.
Cool.
Embers is still frightened.
Okay. I think I just need to take care of this dog as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm just gonna go 25 and I'll give him you said he's like a shadow dog?
Yeah, it's
thing?
like a dog-like shape formed of shadow. And I actually should figure out how many hit points this thing has. There we go. Got it.
I guess, I mean, inflict wounds does a lot of damage. So let's try doing that. Let's see
Okay.
if it affects him. I got a 16.
That hits.
Sweet. And it's 3d10. 8, 4, and 1. Crap. So 13.
13. You reach out with that sort of necrotic lightning, and you get a hold of this creature, and the energy ripples across it. Less effective than you would have expected, though.
Yeah,
It
I
does seem to
figured.
resist the necrotic damage.
Shoot.
Anything else for Hakan?
He'll probably laugh at the dude that hit him.
It's a free action.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, Albric Cold Lake. What you got? What you got? What type of action is that? That is a full action. Man, look at this fine mess that we have. How does Embers look?
Embers has got 17 HP.
Okay. I will. Okay. He conjures another ball of flame in his hand and throws it at Embers. Probably the worst decision ever because of your high AC, but we're gonna do it. That's a good roll. 15 on the dice plus a good number. So 22 total.
Okay, and this is like a magic fire, right?
Not a projectile.
Not a projectile, unfortunately.
Yeah, that'll hit
Get
me. That'll hit me.
Okay. Because he's that level.
She
it
tries to
does
catch
this
it, and
much.
that's why it hits her.
Oh.
8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And he, you know what he does? He backs out of the room and around the corner. Out
Can
of
we
sight.
see into the room a little bit since the doors are open?
Yeah, sure. I will give you a little bit of sight. Though, actually, you know what? Maybe he closes the door behind him.
The other one's not closed though. The bottom one.
Yeah, the other one
What
is
a jerk.
open. I can't get out of, revealing some areas. There you go. You can see a bit into the hallway where there's a dead dwarf and a set of iron doors. And then immediately after his turn, this shadowy dog takes its turn. Embers is still afraid, right?
Yep.
This thing has 40 feet. It's going to provoke the opportunity attack from Hakan and basically runs 40 feet over the table and will attack Embers.
Do I also
Provoke
get
one
an
from
attack?
Rook, yeah.
It can go such that it doesn't have to
Oh,
go
yeah.
past Rook.
Okay.
There's a path for it with its speed. And because of its terror frenzy ability, it has advantage against frightened creatures. So I will make an attack against Embers at advantage. Oh my gosh, are you serious? I rolled a 1 and a 3. It misses. It misses.
All right.
I
Phew.
can't believe that.
Pretty sure my opportunity attack missed. I got an 11.
Yeah, that also misses.
Yeah.
So null turn all around. That's Ulbrich. Vert.
Well, dang. He's ruining my plans every time he comes back into this dang room. Does Elwyn look like she needs help? Does she want help? Or does she have it under control?
Looks like she can handle it.
Let me see here. That's 35 feet. I can't even make it to the door. Okay, well, I guess I am not going to chase Ulbrich.
But if you do help me, then there's another thing I could try to do. I don't know if it's what you want me to do or not, but
I'm not sure either. How does the dog look?
The shadow dog, pretty
Yes.
much unharmed.
Oh, okay.
It took a bit of damage from Hakan, but it was necrotic, so not much.
All right. I'll just really needed to get Ulbrich though. Yeah, I'll just start running towards where Ulbrich went, I think, and then I will punch one of these dwarves on the way.
Sounds good.
I'll just do this. Okay, so that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
Okay.
Yep, it
and
is.
then Soltem will buzz over here and fire at the other one that's next to Elwyn, and then she can do
Okay.
something else on her turn probably. That is a 15 to hit.
Hits. Elwyn, you were just surrounded by unconscious dwarves at this
Yeah.
point.
great.
And
There's just
that
literal piles of
is
them at your feet.
I don't have that armor on. Okay, yep, I'm done.
Okay. I have too many tabs open. Oh boy, Elwyn.
Does it sound like there are more dwarves on their way here?
Do you want to roll a quick perception check?
Would that take an action?
Nah.
Okay. I'm rolling really well tonight. That was let's see, perception. So 24.
All seems pretty quiet outside of this room.
Okay, so as Rook runs by, I guess I'll just shout at him. Are you going after Ulbrich, or I can barricade the door?
I think we should go after him.
Okay. So I won't do what I thought I was gonna do. What about that dog thing though? I guess I will come up here to go with Rook, but I'm gonna hold an action. Actually, can I come over here and just open the door?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah. I'd like to open the door and see what there is behind it.
Sure.
Door number 1. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm not quite sure what portion of the room you would see, so I'm just going to reveal it all.
Because you're a nice DM.
Yep. Wait, so that was,
Oh, there he is.
yeah, there he is.
Get him, Ellen. Get him.
All right, so that was that was 20 feet. So I have 10 more.
And now that you can see it, I'll remind you, you guys came through here via
right.
these doors up here to the
Mhm.
north on the map.
Mhm.
All right, so I've got 10 more feet of movement. So I'm just gonna come in. I think just maybe there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say to Albric, you're out of options. Are you going to help us out now, or are you going to make the stupid decision?
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. Oh God. I don't know. This is okay. That, and I'm rolling really well. That was a 22.
A 22.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you can see a bit of a waver in his eyes. He certainly looks affected by your comments there.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna hold an action. And if he looks like he's going to come and attack me or anyone else who makes it in the room before his turn, I'm going to wild shape.
Okay. Embers.
Right. I normally would like to back up before I do more radiant bolts, so I don't get a disadvantage. But I'm already afraid, so I already have a disadvantage, so it can't get any worse than it already is.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna make 2 attacks at disadvantage with radiant bolts. The first one's a natural 1.
That's a miss.
Second one does a 13 hit.
That also misses.
Oh, man.
You're just like your hands are shaking as you
Yeah.
are. This thing is supernaturally terrifying to you.
Let's see if I can roll well on my saving throw then.
Cat scared of dog.
Oh, that's a 16.
That passes. Yep.
Okay, so
So
I'm
you're
not
no
afraid
longer
anymore.
frightened.
Okay, cool.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Which means I can start moving again. I'm gonna move just to the other side of it.
Cool. Anything else for you? If
Nope,
not,
that's
it's
it.
Tuppence.
Okay, since Temperance is invisible and nothing she's been able to do hurts anybody, she's going to fly over to Brotor
Mhm.
and search for cell keys.
Okay. Yeah. Roll an investigation check.
That's a good idea.
Good call.
You all sound so surprised.
No, I'm not
wouldn't
surprised.
I wouldn't have thought of it. It was a good move.
Okay, investigation. That is a 16.
Yeah, you do find a ring of keys tucked into the furs that he wears.
Okay, I'll grab them.
Oh, I just realized my dog has been in here and I have no idea how long. Okay. Anything else for Tuppence?
Okay. So I'm over here. All I did was move. My action was to grab the keys. I don't think I have any more movement left, so I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Zol is out. All of the minions are out. Then it is Hakan.
So is Tuppence just a floating keyring then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't put it in my bag.
You can give it to
It's
me
probably
if you
too
want.
big for your bag, but I guess actually once you grab it, it's something you're carrying, so it might become invisible. Is that how that works?
Okay.
Okay, well in that case, guess we just gotta finish that dog off, right? I think that was about 25. I'm gonna throw my maul at him.
Nice.
I don't think it does a whole lot, but it's cool. So it's like Thor's hammer. When I throw it, it comes right back.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
It's only 3 damage, but it's cool. So he just chucks his giant warhammer, hits him, and it just flies right back into his arms.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any resistance to that. So the hammer like slams into this dog's side. It kind of like it pushes it back a little bit, but then it kind of, regains its footing and looks over at you with an angry look in its eyes.
Bring it on.
Okay. Albrecht Cold Lake. Goes 5, 10, 15, gets to this door here, which you haven't seen what's beyond, and shouts back to you. Fine, then all of this is on your heads. You've damned this town. When the monsters come, don't be looking for me. And he runs through the door, closes it behind him, and you hear
Don't worry,
a
we
locking
won't.
sound.
What sound in here?
A locking sound as he
Oh.
closes that
Sorry.
door.
Does the dog
Um,
disappear too, or is it?
Nope. The dog
Okay.
then takes its turn. Embers looks the worst, I think, of the two that it's next to. So it will step onto the ooze that was Zal and make an attack against Embers. No longer at advantage. Poor dog. 19 to hit.
That hits. I feel like it would have been a crit if it had managed them. So happy I hit anyway.
I rolled really high on the damage.
Oof.
Let's see. 14 points of cold
Oh.
damage.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I hadn't been updating my roll 20 thing. I'm down.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And then the dog turns its attention after it like snaps at Embers. It turns its attention over to Hakan, who's the next closest thing. But it has no more attacks. We'll keep going in initiative for a bit longer. Vert.
Okay. Can't quite reach Embers, but Soul can. So Soul will fly over to Embers. And I will channel a Cure Wounds through Soul onto Embers
Nice.
Cool.
to heal her. And that is 1d8 plus 4. Okay, so...
Wow.
Oh, it's max. So that is 12.
Hey.
So I'll do that. I think I would probably use some of my movement to go this way to look and see that Albert ran away and closed the door and locked it. And then once I
Mhm.
take stock of that situation, I'll use the rest to come back towards the dog. So we'll say I have 25 left there. So I'm going to go here.
You knock over the chessboard on your way.
Is there a chessboard that I knocked over? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
this thing right here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's gone. I'm not even going to cast Mending on it. I don't even care.
All the pieces are little dwarves. They just go flying.
Yeah. Good riddance.
It's metaphorical for what's happening elsewhere. in the room.
Good riddance.
Good thing it's not wizard's chess.
Yeah, that would be bad. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Sticking with it. Then it's Elwyn.
Whew. Okay. Yeah, so just gonna that's right, and stay out. Run back into the other room. Jesus, what is happening? Embers looks pretty bad. Rook looks pretty bad. I think actually I might hang out by the door and I'll yeah, I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit
Okay.
for my bonus action. And I'm going to put it, I'm gonna draw it on the map. Right. I'll put it right here so that both Embers and Rook can run through it on their turn and get some healing. And Tuppence can fly through it too. And whoever needs healing, it's there. And then, yeah, I guess for my action, I'll cast Frostbite because why the hell not on the dog. So,
Okay.
Con save.
Con save. I don't know if this thing is good at con. +2 for a 12. So that's failure, right?
Yep, that's a failure. So it takes 1d6 cold damage and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. And that's 5.
Okay. Don't think it has any resistance. No, it doesn't. Since no one is chasing after Albrecht immediately, and the only thing left in this room is the dog, the group of you are pretty much able to fight this thing until it dissipates into wisps of shadow. It puts up a little bit of a fight, but not enough to like damage any of the rest of you. So we can sort out who all runs through the healing spirit and get that healing. And then we are out of initiative.
Nice.
job, everyone.
Nice job.
Yeah.
And what
so
I've
it
learned
gets,
is
10
you
rounds
guys are
of
much
healing, right?
tougher than I thought.
it's no, it heals a number of times equal to 1 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. My spellcasting ability modifier is 4, so it can heal up to 5 times.
Isn't it?
I also have a party heal that I could use. Just give a nice group heal to everyone and then to everyone
it-
for everyone to top off.
Is that a spell or an ability?
Mine is a spell.
I feel like we might want to save our spells because I don't know if we're going to get another long rest before whatever's happening tonight.
True.
I am going to take a
I
jog
have
this
been
trip.
keeping track of the hours, and it is probably about 2 p.m. at this point.
Okay.
Last night, the screams from the church started around 10 p.m. So, assuming it's around the same timetable, you might be able to squeeze in a long rest if you like started
Okay.
now.
So when we regroup and are out of combat, essentially, I'm gonna point towards the cells where we think the cells are and say, we got to talk to his mom and figure out what's going on. Maybe she can rally these unconscious dwarves back.
That's
know.
what I was. That's what I was trying to do from the beginning.
Really? Okay. Well, let's go
Yes.
do that now.
Well,
And-
let's figure out our healing.
Yeah, how much
So-
HP do we get?
I took one.
Are we each gonna go through once because it can do it 5 times, so we can
Yeah.
each get 1 ping from the healing spirit,
Sure.
and then
Why not?
yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Since I cast it right before Ethan was like,
Yeah, sorry.
I'm ending
I mean, it
combat.
was
I
just-
would not
it
have
was-
cast it if you were gonna say that you were.
It
ending
was the
combat, but
one
that's-
creature left. So
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just decide. I'll just roll 5 times and we'll decide who gets it.
I'm pretty good
First
on
one-
health, so if someone
first
wants to
one's
take
2.
Tuppence can take 2.
yeah.
First
have
one's
Tuppence take 2.
2. Second one is 1. I'm not gonna roll that one anymore. Third one is 5.
I'll take that one. I don't need that much rest.
Okay, so there's a 2. The second one was a 1. There's a 5. There's a 6. And another 6.
I took the one.
Give Tuppence, like, I don't know, probably the most. You can take 2 6s if you want, Tuppence. Right? Because
Yeah.
you're at
Okay.
2 HP.
Hey, Tuppence takes 12. So Rook, you can take
I'll
the
take like 1 or 2. I don't
5.
care.
You take the 5 and I'll take the 2.
Okay.
And Embers took the 1.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So after Tuppy heals, she's gonna pop out of invisibility and start shaking the keys around, saying, "Look what I found!"
All right, let's go to those cells.
Perfect. Let's go talk to the real mayor of
Yeah.
this town.
Is everyone okay to do that now, or do we need to take a second?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Unless you
yeah.
think we're going to fight the old mayor.
No. Well, we knew that there were like hounds or something guarding the prison cells, right? Or there was like some indication.
there
Yeah,
was some
That's what-
indication of
that's
that.
what Murdoch said.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying is that there might be guards.
Tuppence, can't you put them to sleep or something? Not something you did on the people in the bar the other night.
Oh, sure. Who do you want to go to sleep? I'm sorry.
The hounds that are guarding the prison.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Well, let's see what we're up against first. But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to turn the? Are we gonna leave the map on and keep using this?
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
Let's
switch it back then.
when someone opens up those, those 2 iron doors using the key ring that Tuppence procured, you see kind of a long hallway-like room. I'll reveal it on the map just for those who are still looking at the map.
Here, I'll turn this back on then.
And there are 4 cell doors along that hallway. And within the cells, you can see that there are a total of 3 dwarves. One of them is a woman, looks to be older. You would guess that she's probably Albrecht's mother, Gilead, because there is some family resemblance. She has, similar like stark white hair and all of that. All of the dwarves in here look pretty disheveled, but none of them look like they've been beaten or bruised or anything like that. And the other two dwarves are also older, not extremely old, but on the between like middle-aged and elderly, somewhere in that range. So like human years, they'd probably be like, I don't know what, like 60 or something. And you don't see any signs of the hounds that Murdoch said would be guarding this area, though you do see in the corner of this, initial hallway area, there is a bunch of blankets and mats that were set up and probably were where these hounds would have been, but you don't see them. And the woman sees you come in and says, "Oh, you must have been the source of the all of those fighting sounds I heard. Who are you?" "My name's Gilead."
You're just the woman we've been looking for, Gilead. I'm Lady Elwyn Amelos, and we are the Silver Seekers. We are here to help. But your son didn't really give us the warm welcome we were hoping for.
She like kind of rolls her eyes and shakes her head. No, Albrecht has been uncooperative would be putting it lightly. He's been not himself lately. He was always brooding, but violent, no. And these strange powers he's been exhibiting there, well, he didn't seem to have those, before recent days. So
yeah, we met Murdoch. He pretty much told us the same thing.
Murdoch's a kind boy. Him and Albrecht were friends once when they were children, but Albrecht is a bit of a loner. He drifted apart from Murdoch when they grew to their teens. I'm sorry. You said you're here to help. Could you please let us out?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna let them out while they're talking.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah. So I'll just like between Tuppence and I, or maybe just Tuppence, we'll just unlock the cells while the conversation's going on.
Okay. The two men kind of come out of their cell, and one of them is supporting the other. One of them looks like, so I said that they don't have any like bruising or damage or anything like that. Now that you get a good look at these two men, one of them looks a little bit battered, and the other one is kind of supporting him. And you gather that this is two of the other dwarves you've heard about, Dane and Warbin Cold Lake. Warbin, I will refresh your memory, was the Hammer Priest.
That's what it was. I was looking for the term. I knew he was the priest.
The Hammer Priest of Moradin.
Dane is the warden captain.
Yep, and it's Dane who looks a little bit beaten up, and he's definitely got the most like angry look on his face. And as he comes out, he says, "Where is that Albrecht? And he kind of like shakes a fist. I owe him a big punch to the eye."
Well, he went that
Putting
way
us
and he
in
ran
there.
out the establishment. So
I don't reckon that's a good idea right now, but I promise you'll have your chance to punch him as much as you like as soon as all this is over.
Yeah, as you say that, Warbin puts the other arm kind of like on Dane's face and kind of pats him gently on the cheek and says, "Dane, it wouldn't do any good to go after him now. You're too injured. Please, just take a moment to... We need to thank these people for coming to rescue us, darling." And he turns to the group of you and says, "Well, I'm Warbin Coldlake. I was the head priest of the Church of Moradin around here before Albrecht's little insurrection."
I got a good fist on him for you.
That's
Dane
right, she did.
kind of gives you an approving nod. Embers.
Yes, we've heard good things about all three of y'all from the mayor over in Glimmer Cairn. Is that the name?
Oh,
Yeah.
Mayor Dazzleberry.
Yes.
Yes, well, she's a bit of an oddball, but we do get along just fine.
Yes, I'm really glad to hear it.
I'm glad to hear
Look,
that she's all right. We haven't had much news about how Glimmer Cairn has fared through all of this. To be honest,
Well,
I've been a bit concerned.
I think they had their rough patches same as y'all, but they're fine. They're just hunkering down. Which brings us to the other point. We are gonna have to do something about those monsters soon. Whatever protections that your son has been doing aren't gonna help tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, her brow furrows and she says, well, that is a problem. We do have, our remaining wardens, and we do have a few acolytes of the Church of Moradin who can potentially fight a little bit, but, and of course, no dwarf in town who is, of fighting age would back down from a challenge against the clan. Everyone will rise up to protect it, but we were dying before Albrecht, he came and used his magic. To his credit, I will say what he did probably saved lives. If those protections aren't going to be in place tonight, then we are certainly in danger.
Yeah, so we need to figure out what's happening so we can figure out how to put a stop to it. But we wanted to talk to you about it and see what you knew. See if you could help us figure out what's going on.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I don't know much. We did in the early days send someone to go and investigate the church, but the only one who came back from that investigation was badly injured, and well, they didn't get too far into the church before encountering a deadly fight with those monsters. So I can't say as to what caused all of this. But what I will say is we did learn early on those things, well, they don't like fire. And when their claws scratch you or their bites latch on, cold runs through your veins. It's unnerving and unpleasant. And listen, I really appreciate you coming to get us out of here, but I don't know what we're supposed to do, to be honest. I'm racking my brains trying to think of anything, anywhere we could go to be safe tonight from these monsters. Perhaps, did you say that?
They're a safe place in town. Everyone can get inside and barricade the doors, and
Well,
maybe
this
we
would be
can
the safest here.
maybe we
So-
can gather everyone in town in one place and put up some barricades, light a
Um,
big fire.
Do they retreat once it's daybreak, or what happens to them? Well, that
They don't seem to like the sun. It doesn't seem to harm them, but they do return to the church from what we've seen when the sun comes up.
Yeah, maybe we can build a big fire in a ring around this building to at least keep them out of this place for tonight.
She kind of nods slowly and then says, well, I don't know where we'd get enough wood to build a fire that big, but if Glimmercairn is doing fine, as you said, perhaps we could get their aid.
I reckon that would be possible.
it'd
Yes.
be good for everybody to collaborate and be in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because Glimmercairn at this point doesn't really have
They don't
much to
have
defend
really any
themselves with.
protections.
Yeah. So if we think this is a good stronghold, we might want to bring their residents over
Yeah.
here.
Is this place big enough to host the population of Glimmercairn as well?
Probably not both populations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm not harmed like Dane was over there. So what time is it? I'll admit I've lost track a bit of time while trapped in my cell.
Early
There's no
afternoon.
windows in there.
Yeah.
Then perhaps I'll trek across the valley over to Glimmercairn and speak with Tawin and see what I can arrange.
Okay. I think we should bring these other, dwarves into these cells maybe for now, unless you think they're going to cooperate immediately when they wake up. I'll gesture back to the fighting that happened in that hall.
She
Yeah,
kind of
Road
goes in
tour
and,
for sure.
and takes a
Yeah.
look at the dwarves around, all wearing their wolf-like masks. She sees the pile of sludge that was Zal and kind of like raises an eyebrow at that, unsure what it is. Well, each of these dwarves was, well, at least when Albrecht staged his usurping, they were the first to join his cause. So some may turn to our side, but perhaps it is best that we put them in the cells until we can figure out which those are.
And we should probably take those masks.
Yep.
She
I
kind of
agree.
shrugs.
I have a feeling they were linked to whatever it was they were doing with the fire in their hands.
So you just kind of build up a pile of masks as you relocate all of these
Can I
dwarves
keep
into
one?
the cells. Yeah, sure.
I'd like to keep one.
Sure. I'm just going to have a lot of fun dragging a bunch of dwarves into a cell on a map that no one is looking at.
I'm looking at it. I'm watching.
Mhm.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Um,
audience members. You're not missing much, though.
You put all the dwarves in the cell, and Dane in particular seems to take great pleasure in throwing them kind of uncourteously against the walls and things like that as he locks them in the cell. Gilly comes over to the group of you and says, listen, I can probably reward the group of you for what you did here, but in the meantime, I need to figure out what's the best plan for defending the town. So
We'll help you in whatever way you need. So you say the word and we'll be right here.
well, if you were able to stand up to Albrecht and his thugs, I imagine
Yes.
you're stronger than anyone we have here with within the clan. So I think the best thing for you to do for the moment would be to rest up, regain as much strength as you can before nightfall, and I'll make any arrangements I can with Mayor Dazzleberry over in Glimmercairn and see what we can do to bolster the defenses of this place.
Who in this town in Rimestrand knows the church best? If we could get some kind of lay of the church, some idea of where we're going.
The only person who ever really went within the church was Albrecht. The rest of us have visited the graveyard outside the church, certainly for funerals and such, but Albrecht was the one who, as the Undertaker, he knew the ins and outs of that place, but she kind of thinks for a second and then says, well, actually, if anyone were to know anything else, it might be Murdoch. As I mentioned, he and Albrecht were friends when they were teenagers. And I do recall when they were having their little rebellious days, they would sometimes go over to the church and spend hours there. So it's been a while, but Murdoch might have some information if you have specific questions.
All right. Well, I think Ember looks at the rest of the group and says, I don't need as much of a rest as the four of you. I can go and find Murdoch if the four of you would like to stay here and nap.
We also might want to call for Torin too, and maybe have the tavern closed for the night if we need to have all the residents and all the local population protected.
I can go and fetch him.
Okay.
The tavern might be a good place to send people for sanctuary too.
Was it ever attacked? Oh no, I guess there's the Ring of Fire, so it wouldn't have been.
But even before the Ring of Fire, right? There was still.
Yeah, the tavern never got
monsters.
attacked.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if we need to send people from Glimmercairn or whatever.
So between the tavern and here, you could probably get most of the population of Glimmercairn and Rimestrand.
I mean, if
safely
that's all right
sheltered.
with you, Hakan, I don't mean
Yeah.
to presume that.
Absolutely, I was going to bring that up, that we should just use the tavern as a safe spot. But it's just a matter of doing. So, yeah, let's. I think that's a good plan.
Should we go with the mayor then to go meet with Mayor Dazzleberry and bring some people back up to the tavern, and then we can take a rest in the tavern? Or what's the plan? Are we doing a long rest? Are we doing a short rest? Are we doing a I'm asking the group,
Hmm.
not the DM.
I think
I
we
could use a long rest.
Yeah, I think most of us need a long rest, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Embers
Yeah.
is the only one who's going to be pretty much fine after a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also going to be pretty much fine. I was trying to
Okay.
be very, I was trying to preserve my spells because I was like, we're going to have a big fight tonight, you guys. Don't blow everything in this
Yeah.
one.
So, well, I don't have much, but anyways, if you want to go with them, and if you're okay with the short rest, maybe that would be a good thing, a good way to divide and conquer a little bit.
We could also tell Gilly to go talk to people Glimmercairn.
And
'Cause she's
give
already going there.
Gilead
Yeah, that
some-
was kind
yeah,
of her plan.
that was her
Yeah,
plan. We could give her
okay.
a letter
Yeah.
to deliver. Like, I
Oh,
think
and-
if some of us are taking a long rest, probably all of us should take a long rest. I don't really like the idea of splitting
Do we
the
want to
party.
talk to Murdoch first, though?
Well, I
I mean,
think,
have
I
time to
was going
talk
to
to-
volunteer to that because literally all of my stuff comes back in my short rest.
yeah, I think Embers cannot take
Okay.
one if that's all right, and then
Okay.
I'm okay splitting the party for this. I think that if that gives us more options,
Yeah, if she's just going to talk to Murdoch and the rest of
Yeah.
us are staying here in Rimestrand, I think that's fine. But like
Yeah,
sending half the party,
I was saying
Across
just
to
you,
Glimmer
if you
Cairn,
wanted to go
yeah.
with Gilead, if you were okay with the short rest and wanted to help translate the information, that's just an option. But if you don't want to do that,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I don't. Yeah, that's a little far to be splitting the party. So
I mean, Gilead will probably go with Werbin as well, so it won't just be like the two
right,
of you.
she's not going by her. Yeah, that's yeah.
And you can
But we could
definitely give
send
the
a
church a
letter.
wide berth if you go like around the Twin Towns round, which is that road. So it's up to you.
I will take a long rest if other people are taking a long rest because I will get more stuff back.
Yeah, the more we have,
And
the
we can
better, I
just-
think.
Yeah, and we can just send a letter.
Okay. So everyone but Embers is going to take a long rest. Embers is going to take a short rest, and then you're going to write a letter to send with Gilead. The group of you can work on that letter. We can
This is
do,
also
you can do
gonna
that in
talk to
between
Murdoch.
sessions, but yeah, that's what I was going to say is let's end this session with Embers
Okay.
speaking with Murdoch for a bit.
Yeah. So where do I find him?
As you go back out into town, you can see that pretty much when all of this started, all of the dwarves within the town somehow got notified that something was going down and pretty much retreated into their houses. And they're only really just beginning to come back out. But you find Albric's house on sort of the, let me go to my locations section. Not characters, locations. Sorry, Murdoch's house, not Albric's house. You find Murdoch's house in sort of the southern half of the town, and it's identifiable by its outdoor blacksmithing area, and it's kind of like this built-on add-on workshop. However, you can see that the fires of the forge are dim, and Murdoch is just kind of standing in his door looking out at the town, and he sees you coming, and his eyebrows kind of go up a little bit, but it's kind of a pleasantly surprised grin that he gives as he sees you coming this direction. Oh, so you lived, did you?
Oh yeah, none of us went down. 5 to 15 was really not much of a fight for them.
A group of you are more impressive than I reckoned then. Well done. I've seen Albric's powers firsthand, and they're impressive.
They're less than what they used to be now that he's lost that wolf of his.
Yeah, his eyebrows shoot up again. Oh, Zal is gone. Now that's interesting. Can I help you? I assume you came this way for something.
Yeah, I was told you know the most about the church. I was wondering if you could kind of give us an inkling of the layout inside.
Oh, well, it's been a while since I was in there, but it's pretty simple layout.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on that.
Yeah.
Well, for once when I really needed to. It's a 17.
It seems like he's being extremely forthright. He does like he scratches his head, so you can tell that he hasn't been there in a while. He's like having to recall,
Mhm, mhm.
memories from a past time. But it seems like he's being forthright.
Okay.
It's a
I
per-
wondered a little bit if he was the one who had been spotted at the church.
Well,
I
those
guess
figures were gnome-sized, not dwarf-sized.
that's true. I guess there are different size categories.
Well, from what I recall, it's a pretty simple layout. There's alcoves in the corners which have pillars or statues of some kind. I can't really remember any of the details of them. There's an altar at the front, several rows of stone caskets. I never opened any of them. I don't know what is within, but that's about it. I can't imagine where all of these creatures must be coming from.
Any catacombs, any basements, anything like that?
He thinks again, and then he kind of shakes his head. Not to my knowledge, but Albrecht was the one who spent the longest there. If any such secrets existed, he'd be the only one to know. We liked it there because no one else came. It felt like our secret spot, without the church has a strange lack of indication of what it honors, or what might have been worshipped or venerated there. And most of the people of Glimmercairn and Rimestrand find that a bit off-putting, and so they don't visit. And when we were teenagers, that was, it was an appealing point. We could go there and have our privacy. But Albrecht and I, we drifted apart, and it's been a long time since I went within the church. I've only been to the outside graves for funerals and visiting lost ancestors and things like that in recent years.
All right. Well, thanks for your help.
Of course. I'm sorry I couldn't be more useful. But while you're here, there was before Albrecht came in, there was one thing I was going to tell you about the ceremony when Albrecht took over the mayorship. Well, normally the clan, we all approach the head of the table where the mayor is seated at the feast, and we have to chisel our personal rune into a tablet. And so when Albrecht took his mayorship, we did that. But he asked everyone something funny. He asked, "What talents do you offer to me as mayor of this city?" And everyone said something. Some of them were lesser, some were greater. But I've spoken with the baker since she carved her rune, and she hasn't been able to make her famous pumpkin bread since the ceremony. And it's the way she puts it is her fingers just won't. She knows the recipe, she knows how to do it, but she can't. Something stops her. And
is that why your forge is dim?
I haven't been able to craft anything since the ceremony. Wood, stone, metal, glass, anything.
Let's see if I can find that tablet.
Well, I might know where it was.
Oh.
Which is what I was going to tell you. I don't know the significance of the thing, but before the ceremony, he asked me to craft him a metal safe. He asked for it to be airtight, waterproof. And I thought it was a bit odd, but the night of the ceremony, I was enjoying a walk around the town, as I sometimes do. Well, it was late, no one else was around, but I happened to see a figure. I think it was Albrecht, but it could be hard to tell. I only think it was Albrecht because Zal was with them, carrying what I think might have been the safe. I don't know, it was dark, it was hard to see, but it was about the same size, straight into the Rime Loch, the lake off the town. And the figure didn't emerge for minutes.
Can you show me where?
Yeah, of course. And he takes you out of the house and kind of down a couple streets until you come to there's some docks that are like right on the edge of the lake. And there's no like really impressive boats moored there. They're all pretty like small, dingy rowboats and things like that. But he points to a section of the beach there that pretty much just basically the edge of the beach is pretty much iced over, but then it quickly gives way to just sort of freezing looking water. And he just points in that direction. Well, he went straight into there, waded right in, and didn't come up for, it must have been 5-10 minutes. I thought I'd just seen someone. Well, I was needless to say, I thought we might be preparing for another funeral, but then the figure came back out. So, but no safe in hand that time.
Well, I'm not going to have much luck going down there, but my friend might.
He kind of nods. To be honest, I don't know what to make of it. I'm good with my crafting, but beyond that, well, all of this magic and the strange things that have been happening around this town are far beyond my understanding.
Oh, mine too. But I travel with people who know how to deal with this type of things, and they'll deal with it. Don't worry.
He nods. Well, after what you did back at the stronghold, I suppose I have no reason to doubt that. Well, do let me know if there's anything else that I can do without my, I don't know, being unable to craft anything. I'm not sure what I could do, but I'm here if you have more questions.
All right. Stay safe.
He kind of nods and goes back into his home. And then I think just one last thing before we finish. I know we're kind of a little bit over time, but what is Hakan doing to rest?
Are we still in the stronghold?
It's up to you. Where do you want to be?
Where is everyone else resting? I would assume somewhere in the stronghold. So it's.
Unless the mayor told us of like some nice open like residencies or something, I would have been in the stronghold.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it seems weird to rest here because Albert could come back at any time.
Oh, that's perfect.
I would
That's
feel
what we
more
want.
comfortable. Okay.
You could go up
Is
to the
it?
tavern.
Yeah. Oh
And we
yeah.
have
wanted
like
to.
we have like the prisoners as well that we should probably watch.
Well, they're all
Then if
locked
he
up
comes
now.
back, then we can't long rest. So
Yeah, but then we get him.
I mean, Werbin can like pull out fur rugs and things like that can be used to that you guys can rest on. And it doesn't have to be like a sleep rest, you know, you can spend 8 hours just kind of like eating and, you know, chatting with each other and you know, it doesn't have to be that you fall asleep. So it's up to you
okay.
where you want to
Okay.
be.
You could take a quick nap or something.
Yeah, I'll probably sit next to the hearth and relax. Hopefully wait for Albert to come back.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can beat him up.
Okay.
So I'd probably be in the stronghold.
Okay, so you're sitting in front of the big hearth in kind of the main room, where there's that bearskin rug on the ground, and you feel Bardrin's presence kind of swell as you do before she usually begins speaking. When you can tell she has something kind of on her mind,
Sure.
and she just says, "You know, it's been a long time since I got to sit in front of a dwarven hearth."
I can imagine. It's. I mean, you've had quite the journey.
I really wish that this wasn't, you know, the circumstances for my first time back in a dwarven stronghold in front of a dwarven hearth, but you know, Hakan, I'm proud of you for how you're trying to help, you know, these strangers who came into your tavern, and you know, even the this clan of dwarves who, I guess, a significant portion of them seem to have done you wrong. I don't know. It's admirable. it would be easy enough to go back to your tavern and just call it quits after everything that's happened.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't have done it without you, Barton. Seriously.
Oh, no, I've
I needed that
literally
push.
done nothing. So, oh, back at the tavern when we
Oh,
first
yeah.
set out,
Yeah, the first time. That helped a lot.
I didn't even know I could do that. I've never.
I didn't. I had no idea you could do it. I guess we never tried though. So
No, and you're the first owner I've ever had who I would have wanted to, attempt something like that on. When I first crafted Traugrim, all those, gosh, I've lost track of how many years it was, but
centuries.
Yeah. Back then it was a gambit, a desperate ploy to, save my clan from a being that had been terrorizing them and killing us. And I didn't think that I'd ever want to turn off my ability,
Mhm.
And it really wasn't until, you took hold of Traugrim that I was in kind of a dark place. And it's what I'm trying to say is that being with you and spending time with you like this has been soothing for me, and I really appreciate it. You're a good person.
Anything for you.
And then she just she goes quiet, but you can feel her presence kind of linger in your in your mind as the two of you kind of sit by the hearth.
Yeah, we'll just sit quietly.
And that's where we'll end today's episode. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you to anyone who tuned in to watch. There was a lot of fighting. To be honest, I thought you guys might go unconscious, but clearly you're tougher than I thought.
He was so worried about
So-
it. You guys, you have no idea how worried
I really
he was.
was.
He was like, just to let you know, even if you lose, I'm not going to kill you. We're just like, bring it on, bitch.
I was so scared because Zal is tough, but clearly you guys are much tougher than I thought. So anyways, we'll be back with more of this Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And we'll see what happens now that the town is rallying defenses against these cold monsters. So see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.